Before you ask, I ain't got none of that plum Prosecco. Now, what can I get you, newcomer? Around here, silence is golden, mate. Best remember that. Now, what can I get? Beverages of distinction. Or in some cases, extinction, if you ain't careful. How you feeling today? Lucky?
What's the point in paying the guild for protection when they've pulled back all their crews? There's a bloody...
You did not see me. A peer of the Parliament openly walking the Guildhall would...
It's an orphanage, Ukta. What would you have me do? Seize their toys as payment?
Well, they failed to pay tribute. We should withdraw our protection, at the very least.
And cede more ground to the Stone Lord? You're not suggesting I yield a single inch of the city, my city, to this cult?
We already look weak. If you're seen to be forgiving debts...
I didn't say forgive. Seize the building. Arm any children old enough. If they protect what's mine, we'll consider that a start on what's owed.
Yes, Guildmaster. Excuse me? This is a private council.
Keep your underpants clean, Ukta. We're playing host to a hero. You recall our reports of Ketheric Thorm, General of the Absolute, Champion of Merkel, unkillable Tyrant of Moonrise. Meet the one who killed him. Of course. They knew you were expected. The Guild is this city's first and last line of defense. It's only natural that we watch the gates for anyone interesting. I'd say you qualify. I already know the one thing about you that I need to. You've crossed paths with the cult's leadership before, and you're still standing. I mean to burn the Absolute from the face of my city. So if you mean to help, congratulations. We just became the best of friends. Oh, did you enjoy the encounter? I have no doubt you gave them a good talking to. The rats usually keep a lid on their nastier notions, but with the Stone Lord business distracting me, some are starting to test the leash. All the more reason to be rid of the cult quickly, so I can remind my crews it's not a leash round their necks if they cross me. It's a noose. Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab. The leader of some new crew that's intent on paining my arse. If he was just another upstart who didn't like paying guild dues, fair enough. But he and his crew make no demands. All I know is that on every scrap of ground he takes from me, the cult of the Absolute suit. Doesn't matter. Whatever god the prick prays to, I'll send him to meet it soon enough. Simple enough. After Jaheira warned me and then disappeared, I went nosing into the cult for myself. I could bore you with the details. How I found evidence of Gortash's projects, traced him to Orin the Red, and made a safe bet there was some dried-out old necromancer to round out the three. Because it's always the dead, bloody three. Has been half-gods who can't help but make their irrelevance everyone else's problem. Oh. You've got some juicy little tidbit I haven't heard yet. It seems like my intelligence on you was patchy at best. That's annoying. You are until you're not. But if there's a tainted elder brain slopping around below my city, I think we need one another more than ever. So, as long as you can keep a lid on what's growing inside you, we're allies. Until you can't, and we're not. Simple enough, I reckon. Now, war to be fought. You need anything? I was planning to soften you up a bit first, but... straight to business then. You've been seen with a certain Harper. Grey of hair, somewhat spiky of manner. We're practically sisters. So much so, I even stopped trying to have her killed a few years back. I need to speak with her. She's still getting the lay of the land, I expect. I have information that might help with that. So, remind her to pay an old friend a visit, would you? I could. But she wouldn't thank either of us for that. Trust me. Now, is there anything else you need? You have? But don't be so... The Flaming Fist can be bought. The Harpers are scattered, and the Parliament of Peers, well, they're just generally too inbred to be useful. The Absolute's at our gate, and the Guild are the only ones truly
I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. We could. It would just be a very short. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash.
I know what she speaks of. I need, information from her. And a pardon from you. For I have not been overly generous with the truth.
Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon?
The name is as familiar as Jahira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either. As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without the means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. Nine-Fingers Keen controls the guild, which in turn controls every criminal racket from Heapside to the High Hall. Nothing happens in this city that she doesn't hear of, sooner or later. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her guild hall, we will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking. Ask it. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? I've passed enough years that counting them is a waste of what remains. Which is to say, yes, I am that old.
All hail the Absolute's worst nightmare. How can I help you in your water? I need to see Jahira. Just so happens, she'll want to see me. Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab. We don't. The Zentarim work for me. Time was I'd charge the bastards double if I let them into my hall at all, but times change. The Guild is many things, but it's not an army. If the Absolute keeps pushing in on our territory, then I need a little weight to push back. Which part? The Stone Lord Orin's Faceless try to pierce my ranks every day, while Gortash's toy soldiers control the streets. When the Absolute's army arrives to wage war on the city, our best hope is to make sure they have no leaders in here willing to open the gates for them. Thieves, frauds, and miscreants, if it's just the Watch Warrants. The Guild isn't any one thing. We're everything. All the parts of this. It's not the Watch that keeps the peace, or gives justice to any Baldurian who asks, whether they can pay for it or not. If we take a little tribute in return, or tie strings of service to those we help, well, what of it? So long as we're working as one. Clean water, filthy riches, and right now, I'll settle for taking our city back. So bad. Orin, is that good?
Exactly. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. You'll need to free up your ranks a little first. At your command. Work to be done.
Something useful, I hope.
Let us show them how it's done.
Light on my feet. You truly are a feast for my eyes. Nature outdid itself with you. The city, you mean? Still, the city is like, and all that potential I wish. Listen to me, preaching like an initiate in his cups. Yes, I hope so. But there is no room for me, I'm afraid. Perhaps dismiss another, then I can join you. Ready at your side. The Oak Father's work is never done. I shall go. Let's get going.
Ask what you will. Can't slow down.
I've had my eye on you. Hot as brimstone, jagged as lightning, and seething like the river Styx. But there's something missing, isn't there? You're hungry for pleasures beyond this plane. Something more satisfying than mortal flesh, blood, and bone. I am positively full up on warlocks, and you are already claimed. What I offer is free for the ecstasy of agony, the pain of the damned distilled into pure bliss. Beyond every climax you've known, the little death writ large. Smile, and I'll come to you when you or don't. And know the eternal ache of the unknown and the unanswered. The same thrills I offer you. Some experiences are better when shared. Tonight, then. Be ready.
It's about time Halsin actually stepped up and joined us properly. He's certainly been taking up space at camp for long enough.
Of course.
I thought you'd... Nervous, perhaps? When we entered Worm's Crossing, it felt like it might be the beginning of the end.
The dog wags his tail, a small bag clenched between his teeth. He gives in and surrenders his find to you. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even...
I had hoped there might be a greater sense of balance within the city. That its walls might enable sheltering within it to foster community, peace. Yet it is not so. Unnatural steel beings patrol the streets. The printed word sows discontent, and those in need are treated with disdain. Is this truly what progress looks like? Sometimes it is difficult to see exactly what we are fighting to save here. Sometimes it feels like Korga was right. Nature can only survive away from all this. I do. I was harsh on myself before. On my leadership of the Grove. The decisions I made. Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, What word, my love? was hoping you would ask. Was there something else you wanted, my heart? Come here to me. Was there something else you wanted, my heart? My mind still drifts to that dream I...
You owe me a gold piece, grandmother. When I heard you died out in the wilderness, I made an offering at Kellamvor's well.
Of gold? Oh, I did not know I meant so much to you, Guildmaster.
Oh, I'm terribly sentimental. Case in point, I've just let a harper walk through my guild hall, noticeably unholed. Because I'm curious about why you're here and who it is you've brought with you. How nice. You won't find many of those in my...
We won't tax your hospitality too long, Nine Fingers. I'm searching for Minsk of Rashomon.
A big name, that. So, of course, seeing as these are not normal times and we're all such good friends, I'll do better than tell you where he is. I'm bringing him here as we speak. Or parts of him, at least. I gave no orders about the condition of his corpse.
What treachery is this, Nine Fingers? Have you thrown in with the Absolute too?
Against my own city. It's Minsk who's found his faith with Faerun's newest god. And a new name with it. What? The Stone Lord.
Guys.
Exactly the one. Guild crews may be prone to exaggeration, but not in this case. In his short reign, the Stone Lord and his crew have earned a reputation. Pure brutality, but not for much longer. We have word.
Nine Fingers. Estelle.
We? I see no harpers, Jaheira. I'm sorry, but this fight's too big for you alone. If you're half the friend you're posing as, you'll tell her that her part in this is done. The Stone Lord's fate is sealed. We have a bigger war to fight. I'd rather turn our talk to that, but if you need a moment, Jaheira, well, you've earned that much. My guild hall is open to you. Have a drink, Jaheira. Have a rest. Just leave well enough alone. It would be a shame for the city to lose 2 of its heroes in one day. Keep the harper out of trouble. Just because I don't... Beyond that, be welcome. Be merry. Is there something you require of a humble guildmaster? Keep me from having to kill the harper. Which means keeping out of the guild's way, all right? No begging. The order's been given. It's done. So I hope you know another tune because I am getting bored of this one. Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab. We've crossed paths over the years. 2 hands trying to I can't stand harpers as a rule, but Jaheira's the exception. She's only really half.
You mean that as a compliment?
The same way I'm not just the lowly thief, vagabond, and murderer the Watch and peers would paint me as. I happen to be a fine singer, too.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
It's Uktar you want.
You are not known to me. For supply, I am Uktar, duly elected guild bursar.
Oh, is that what Nine Fingers was doing earlier? Wasting guild time with this stone lord?
You might say so.
I sense there is no love lost between the two of you.
I need not love to serve. You have a point you wish to make? I have not come so far by indulging in petty disputes. But I am open to transactions of mutual benefit. I am interested in gaining access to vaults beneath the counting house. I'd pay well for keys to those vaults. Provided said vaults are not emptied prematurely, of course. I suspect that what you seek might also be found beneath the counting house. I tell you this only as...
She plans to ambush Minsk at the counting house. But what the hells would he want there?
What you do with that information is a matter for yourself. Now, back to the vault keys. Do we... Until you do, then.
Victor isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling? Sometimes.
We're all on the same side, friend. Nine Fingers invited us herself.
The Guildmaster hired you, yes. But I think it's best if you're entering. Right. Which crew are...
The names ring familiar. Two of the many crews that make up the Guild. A loose collective with ties to every criminal enterprise in the city's underworld.
Can't say I've heard of you. Fair warning. The Guildmaster wants no fraternizing with the They won't be much use to us if they're drinking and dicing when the Stone Lord kicks the door down. Well, whoever he is, he doesn't see... He came out of nowhere and ate up half our turf in a 10-day. So if you're speaking to the Guildmaster...
This is supposed to be the greatest fest hall under the...
Maybe that's why this Stone Lord is pushing so hard.
I'm sorry, sweetie pie. I don't do requests. But very kind of you, sir.
Stay alert.
Any news, Digger?
What?
Don't bug me. I'm making plans.
Something over there.
Don't bug me.
Keep a blade close. What to do?
Stay alert, Lorena.
Any news, Digger?
No. Watch for the signal. Centering. Babysitting.
The mood I am in, boy.
Eh? No disrespect meant, Mom. See ya.
Moving in.
No one to threaten, no one to intimidate. Waste of a good alley.
Great idea. Do you remember which way we came?
Left. Right. Down the stairs.
What a day. With pleasure. I've got a long road ahead. Something over there.
Figaro's is in this part of town.
Why don't we just retrace our steps?
Great idea. Do you remember which way we came?
Left, right. Down the stairs, and was it up the stairs?
One day I'll catch a break.
I'm going to ask for directions.
For what I had.
You mustn't. The city is full of criminals. Fine. We'll just stand here until you remember the way, shall we?
That's curious.
That might be worth a look.
You're certain Figaro's is in this part of town?
I'm certain, just optimistic.
We're lost, aren't we? I'm going to ask for directions.
No, you mustn't. The city is full of criminals. We can't let them know we're vulnerable. Fine. We'll just stand here until you remember the way, shall we?
Cabbages! My beautiful cabbages!
You're certain Figaro's is in this part of town?
I wouldn't say I'm certain, just optimistic.
We're lost, aren't we?
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Killed! Murdered! Bastard! Dwarf! Red! Shirt! Frank Pear Tree!
The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
Limbs!
The spell's power wanes.
We'll just stand here until you remember the way, shall we?
Figaro's is in this part of town.
I wouldn't say I'm certain, just optimistic.
We're lost, aren't we? The lower cities are bloody wall.
Look what they've done to my cabbages!
hours to get those cabbages into the city. Nigh on impossible.
You really are that interesting. For a moment there, I thought that was
No, you mustn't. The city is full of criminals. We can't.
so they can actually see you.
I mean, I didn't say that.
I wish you hadn't said anything.
Why, hello there. We were just about to...
They do look ever so tasty.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct tastings individually, so I may assess your palate.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all. See, Master Metzley?
I was in business for a great many years, Master Metzley, and my wife, as always, is most correct.
Very, well.
Live is the most realistic basketball game. It still needs work, but it's more fun than decay. Live is the most realistic basketball game. It still needs work, but it's more fun than decay. Live is the most realistic basketball game. It still needs work, but it's more fun than decay.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury, I prefer to conduct
Call me Cora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine's no good without company, after all.
Then please, Mrs.
Stopping, bro. I just want
NBAI, show me the Pacers game
As if it were a Spider-Man movie. Generates real time with the game.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury. I prefer to conduct tastings individually.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley.
No. I must say, if this is a
Why, a serious...
It was perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face, and I will peel it from...
Still breathing, despite everything.
None can withstand nature's wrath.
enemy's corpses nourish the ground.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Secure.
No one's stopped me yet.
This Stone Lord and Minsk are one and the same.
With haste.
Perhaps we should look into some protection. But my word, the cost! I still can't believe what that horrid man wanted to do. I still can't believe... Goodness, I just hope that... I still can't believe... Perhaps we should look into some protection. But my word, the cost!
I'm telling you, that flaming fish is winking at me.
Softer than a whisper. If not over, then through. Out of sight, out of mind. I just want a little look. Seems simple enough. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Super stressful.
Hearing you say that.
Goodness, I just hope the children are safe.
Secure.
give me three. SD. This was so deadly in the park. Jamal Crawford. Curry slide. Gold. Pull up. Green.
September 9, 2001. Gary and I were skating at a hospital hotel overlooking a valley. An ambulance came in to Gary asked me why she wasn't moving or blinking.
Ah, Mrs. Highbury. I prefer to conduct tastings individually.
Call me Cora, Master Metzley. And I'm afraid I must insist on their joining us. Wine.
No.
I must say, if this is a practical joke, it's not very amusing.
Why, a serial killer? Oh, that's terrible. Master Metzley, are you quite all right?
It was perfect. Perfect. You have sullied it with knowledge, made it an unclean sacrifice. I will remember your face. And I will peel it from your skull, should you interfere again.
Delicious.
We'll do it my way.
Death greets us all, but not today. but another harvest.
Well, so much for peace.
Damn it! He got away. Now it's only a matter of time before another body turns up.
Time to press ahead.
What that horrid man wanted to do. I still can't.
You had to pick one for a night of passion.
The one that I think
I'll run to the council.
Better be cautious. Don't waste a step. That's a friendly-looking shadow.
Oak Father, watch over your servant.
Waiting with bated breath.
But my word, the cost.
Suggestive nod. You've been singing.
What path lies before me?
You say that stresses me out more than the Gazette, mate.
No way to run a business, I say. Not even
What exactly?
That weird something. I don't know. It's like a tingle in my spine I can't shake.
Keeps the ignorance of
You trying to get in too? I waited hard.
Bloody hate that. No matter what the mouth says.
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
I mean, yes, no.
It's unusual for prey to supply the tools of its own butchery. Razors, scissors, nail files. So many cuts one couldn't make. And yet, such a fleeting window. But then, who am I to deny the auspices of destiny? For we are celebrating, Master Figaro. You have the delicious honor of being my crowning achievement. Your body is my ultimate gift to my lord. But together, we shall transcend.
Okay, I gotta save, bro. Stealth, bro?
You see, Facemaker. I will savor your final breath. My last kill before becoming.
Baldur's Gate is all I'm saying.
I didn't intend to. I fucking succeeded that stuff, bro. Fuck.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
What you gonna do, Paul? Let me see something. Since when was he this tall?
Certainly the last one.
Just out of view. Moving in.
Today,
I still can't believe.
We might not be able to afford a room, let alone anything else.
Those vandals, where? You sure about
making great steel watches. Bloody hate them, no matter what the mouth says.
Someone there?
Step lightly.
Can't you feel?
Feel what exactly?
It's a new together. We shall transcend. You see, Facemaker. I will savor your final breath. My last kill before becoming.
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
Kiss or slap.
godforsaken line a moment longer. Felt like I was going to faint.
And they probably
Raise it together. We shall transcend. You see, Facemaker.
Nice and easy.
I will savor your final breath. My last kill before becoming.
Run a business, I say. Browse while he's with a client.
Another fight. Let's go.
Another witness to my sacrament. How
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Do you think we could swim into the other city?
To carve out space, the strength to get by, that is extraordinary. Big thing now is dribble drive at the other end. How are you going to defend, particularly Jones with the dribble?
Nag-share mo ba to? Ito yung yung naglalagay ng ikaw sa ribbon. Paano ba yung kungol mo nun? Hindi okay yun. Hindi ba kungol yun? Hindi. Ano pala yun?
Feel what exactly?
That weird something. I don't know. It's like a tingle in my spine I can't shake.
You sure it's not a trapped nerve?
It's a new razor, but together we shall transcend. A challenger. My lord tests me. This pity is awful. Will be your grave, challenger. I will savor your final breath. My last kill. Becoming. Another witness to my sacrament. How fortunate.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
I mean, yes, mostly. Why did you stop queuing then?
Godforsaken life. No longer. Felt like I was going to fail.
And they'd probably chuck you in the river if you did.
Unless...
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse.
Do you think through the river?
Hey! Watch it. But there's probably crates and things down there to keep trash like us out.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
And I'm not the best for man. Gods know what else is down there anymore.
What do you mean, what else is down there?
I don't know. Magic. Reason for that weird feeling of yours.
So you believe me then?
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a
Happened in
client.
Baldur's Gate is what I'm saying.
Think I made the right decision not to stay in London.
Spill some blood.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
This is worth the cost.
a tingle in my spine I can't shake.
Are you sure it's not a trapped nerve?
I am, thank you.
Let every enemy of nature fall.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
Still breathing, despite everything.
No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client. No way to run a business, I say. Can't even browse while he's with a client.
With pleasure.
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
I mean, yes, mostly. Why do you stop?
Taste and felt like I was going to fail.
I don't know who you are. If it had been the dwarf alone, we might have stood a chance. We were paralyzed before we even had the chance to fight back. A rising star, you say? Then there's more of these nutters running around. I thought as much. Devella Fountainhead, Constable of the Flaming Fist. I've been investigating the recent spate of murders across the city. I was on my way to the upper city when I heard a commotion. I stepped in to see if I could help. It's not every day you have the chance to catch a killer in action. Not even in this profession. Now, if you don't mind, I need to draft a report to my superiors before I forget it all. But don't worry, I'll be sure to put in a good word for you. All right. The killers paralyze their victims, take their hands as an offering for Baal, and make it look like the cult of the Absolute was behind it all. You've seen those gruesome dioramas that have been springing up, right? Corpses posed like unholy paintings, blood everywhere. There's no way in the hells that those scenes and these murders aren't connected. And I think I know what the connection is. He ruled the Iron Throne. A dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms dealing network. There, he amassed an army, seeking to become a god himself. Under his stewardship, the Baal Temple was revived, and with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed, and to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundation. For most, that was the end of it. The Baal cult is back, and someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work. God save us all if you're right. But I believe it. Whoever it is, they are intimately familiar with Saravok's work. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. There's a reference to these murders, a certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts, the depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence. Believe me, I wish I could, but I need this job. Try to convince my superiors. After what's happened here, they might finally take this seriously. You really are a godsend. Meet me at Basilisk Gate if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
Just as rich as the day I married you.
So you stopped queuing because you felt funny?
I mean, yes, mostly. Why did you stop queuing?
I couldn't take standing in that godforsaken line a moment longer. Felt like I was going to faint.
Fair enough. And they probably chucked you in the circuit, did.
Probably. Oh, unless... Keep a blade close.
Still breathing, despite everything.
I must say, I'm damn lucky you showed up when you did. Can you believe what that monster was doing? Truly? Then you're made of sterner stuff than I, friend. I'll confess, it terrified me greatly. Can you imagine? Dressing in jests aside, thank you. You forever have my humblest gratitude and a most generous... In the face of such horror, I don't see that I have much choice. Now, how may I help you today? Very good, sir. Now remember... Welcome back, friend. The fine facilities...
The corpse regards you lifelessly. The corpse remains silent. It does not know.
My becoming unholy. Prove thyself before the tribune. Speak the word at the door. Bring proof of truth, an innocent's hand.
The spell's power wanes.
Stranger things have happened in Baldur's Gate is all I'm saying.
Think I made the right decision not to stay in long.
I'm ever so glad Master Figaro was set.
Stories, get it.
Let him run amok.
Vandals wear the face sandals.
I doubt his father
It's all here in the Boulders Most Gazette.
This city has been in a downward spiral for too long. Only the soft-hearted and the street vermin dare to deny it.
Why are you here anyway?
I am a gentleman who may venture where he pleases. It is you who must mind where they go.
Oi! Stop a moment. Right, you look harmless enough. That's secret. And anyway, she's away. So be nice to Ryan.
What a surprise. Oh,
Mahler's mark, an ambush.
Are we quite sure she hasn't actually died this time, brother? She looks dead.
Smells it too.
It has been a hard road. But I can clip you both around the ear to prove I am no ghost. If it would help.
Forgive us, Mother. We're just surprised you still know how to find your way home. She always brings the smartest people home, too.
Enough, Ryan. I taught you better manners than that.
No, you didn't.
A sending spell can carry 25 words. Do you know how many Jaheira's only message contained in all this time she's been away? 7. The message went, "I'm sorry, you know what to do."
So why haven't you done it? You were supposed to get the young...
And you were supposed to be dead. That's what your oh-so-stoic message meant. Yet here you are.
I got my skin saved by this one. We've come to take the fight to the cult. Which is exactly why you all cannot be here.
Why? You plan on winning, don't you? You're the one who saved her, so tell me. Are we all doomed? Ugh. The one stern parent is quite enough, thank you.
You are a very irritating girl.
This isn't your house, remember?
Have mercy, sister. She's old, after all.
So old! Seems I'm outvoted. See, Mother? That is how you go about talking things. Now, if there's more to discuss, then bloody well come in. And why...
Coming along nicely there, Floki. Good, strong roots.
Something over there.
The counting up. Minsk must... There must be something in the vaults the Great Chosen are after. All the more reason to get there. Swiftly. I do not think there will... The stone, a time of trouble. But do you know how Minsk, a human...
You recall the urban myth that trickled through the lower city fest halls some years back. A hero who had been turned into a statue, returning to life in the city's hour of...
No! He's an idiot who pissed off some gutter mage with a flair for petrification. I don't even know how he was freed. Harper work would take me from... The few occasions I visited his monument, well, I took it as a moment for reflection. And during all my self-serious brooding, that big, dumb, insufferable buffoon... I hope you find yourself amusing, at least. Assuming Minsk has not since tripped and fallen into a demi-plane, or some such. I have given... Just, And if this fight were to go against us, well... They had already done their mourning. Why visit it on them twice? Of course I was. You met her, did you not? I was wrong to think I could keep my children from this fight. This city is a cesspit. An open sewer of the soul. It also happens to be their home. Now come. We had best get to saving it. Lest Ryan turn her ire on us. Ask it.
Oh, come on, Ferdinand.
I just trimmed you.
No, I'm looking for any histories about this absolute.
I wouldn't bother. It's a new god.
There should be a home with a
It's just another cult.
I hope you were hibernating, little cub. I can't think of another reason you wouldn't come down to say hello.
Jaheira! I didn't...
Who said?
Jord and Ryan?
You little sneak thief? Well, they were wrong. Look, not dead. I just had a few adventures. Like, No, cub. He does not mean me. Now, cub. Solitude is a wonderful thing.
Wait. Here.
My Harper pin. Oh, was a certain little sneak thief playing down in my sanctuary?
No.
The only moment you're living in is this one.
Watching gods. But I never thought... The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. Information. The Chosen have a head...
A glowing orb, but its purpose is unclear. A glowing orb, but its purpose is unclear. The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment.
Always nice to be wanted.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment. The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment.
What to do? Swift as my feet can carry me. Time for some bloody work.
Yes?
No time to rest.
The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment.
Can't give up now.
The work is never done.
The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment.
Looking another step forward.
The only patch of wilderness this city permits me. There ought to be supplies here to aid us. Work to be done. Nod and smile.
Never a dull moment.
The Archdruid's eyes and ears have fallen away in her absence.
There's been killings in a holy town.
I bring word of gnomes. Gnome.
Down by the Blushing Mermaid, there's a stink of something fey.
One day I'll catch a break.
You're trapped there. Plant your feet with care.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Simple. There. This is a ritual of the timeless body. Jahira, have you been playing with immortality?
Shake off the dust. A gift from my husband. I've had to renew hearts over the years, but the heart remains the same as the day he gave it to me.
Let's get going. With haste.
The orb casts glyphs familiar to the druid of ownership. Overwhelming it with the same element can often disable the enchantment.
You three have been just guzzling the water recently. Save some for the others, all right?
Like the flaming fish.
I'm sure. Gutting fear. The street corner. Nothing would surprise me with your kind.
No arguing. And Mince?
We're working on it.
You'll get him back. I owe him a... So?
I'm not fool enough to think I can change your mind. But if you're staying, I don't want you taking up arms.
Really? Like what?
You shame me. In all our hunting.
Right. Leave them to us then. If we can't get them past the checkpoints, we'll at least make sure they're... If I have to stay home and babysit, then it's your job to make sure there's still a home. Take what you need, and we'll do the grand reunion when you come back for good. So, lovely as it is to have you back, Mother, go away. You have work to do.
Aye, aye, Commander. Wait, one more thing. There are doppelgangers among the...
All right, then. If you turn up looking for hugs and kisses, I'll be sure to shoot first.
That's my girl.
It was just a
I take it you won't be coming back to us?
Should mind my step.
Blowing inland today, bringing in the stench of the foundry. Breaches. Keep the city peaceful, my ass. Third time not for our ass.
You're living in is this
normal citizen.
If you're some big fan of Duke Gortash, turn your...
You know the captain won't...
Taking us
Slavery!
If you're here to complain that the booze tastes like piss, I know. And God's above. Not again. You pull a knife on me like the last one and you're getting the boot, you hear? I've killed people with a splinter. Laura was her name. Started tearing the place apart. Captain Grizzly had to clock her in the end. Threw her out on her.
Captain Grizzly at your service. Listen, Laura was here, all right? Knocking back pints like there's no and when we tried to kick her out, she pulled a knife on my front man. Bet she didn't tell you that bit, huh? Not a notion. But look, I know Laura from my pirating days. She ran with Bart Blackdagger's crew. Heard they tossed her overboard when she gutted the boats. Now, I'd no beef with her before this. All are welcome in the man. Next time she pulls a knife on me and mine, someone might die. Something has to be done. God, she's dangerous. I hate that it's come to this, but I'll pay a hoard of gold to whoever scuppers her. Permanently. No less insane than lying about having a kid. If you don't, you can make it painless. Not everyone will. Good. This is a mercy. Return when the deed is done.
Well, the city's been a shock to them after all that time on the road.
Don't even have any chunks to blow. It's all water.
Water?
Well, liquid. One last spinge is just what we need.
Hot, hot, hot. Did you see that? Incredible. Fire in the... Oh, my silk. What are the chances?
it's you. And the heart-stopping bloodsucker. Ever since our last liaison, I haven't been able to get you out of my mind.
Nor have I, no matter how hard I try.
Forgive the mess. Your blood is far more volatile than... It's a breakthrough in the sanguine arts, the likes of which the world has never seen. The Grand Matriarch will have no choice but to restore House of... But listen to me, rabbiting on about myself when I have you, the prize bleeder, on my very doorstep. If you'd come inside, we could discuss something far more exciting than Yes!
You've been caught in the act. So much for the perfect crime. With your prize discarded, the man.
All right, time to skulk about.
I don't have a sweetheart.
Wonder why? With you being such a catch right now.
You were seen stealing. Resolving this peacefully will... What was taken is free to be...
Very well.
And the first round can be on. Don't even mention drink.
Speak. The threat of Spank, it is a ritual. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of this ritual might slow their aging. It is not something you need concern yourself with. I've picked up stranger things in all... If you wish. It is a ritual. If they be learned and powerful enough, the practitioner of... It is not something you need concern yourself with. I've picked up strength.
Common sense can't sway them. Perhaps a publicity disaster.
A cozy little... And now that you're here, the crown jewel of my research is soon to be faceted. All you have to do is...
I trust you haven't forgotten what happened when I drank something she offered. This formula won't be any kinder to you.
When you first entered this home, you saw the incredible latent power. Risky, but...
Do you drink everything any petty mixer places in your hand? You must have a most colorful chamber pot.
Well, yes. Formulae Arku through Fruag were spectacular failures. But Gruner is different. Leave me. Oh, marvelous. I've never been...
You smell like that place down the docks.
disaster will.
I say, I am positively giddy. I tremble with an...
Am I? Explosive.
Oh my! My heavens, you lived! This is incredible! I'm seeing stars! I'd hypothesized you wouldn't, my friend. And you've proven me absolutely... You are the world's first detonative exsanguinator. To put it simply, from this day on, your blood goes boom. Big. All it needs is a spark. I assure you, the pleasure is entirely... Now, let me offer you a little treat. In exchange for the tea, I'll only ask a nominal fee in exchange. You really are a fine collaborator. Until next time.
Yes, but you do go down in history if your citizens die of thirst.
Deep breaths.
A little more work on my notes, and House of Georgia will be restored.
This leaky wineskin's due back to barracks.
Half the new recruits will be in the same way. There's no rush.
Imagine the look on Moulds' face. A little more work on my notes, and House of Georgia will be restored.
With you, Freshie. I know you're green, but you don't have to turn green, eh?
He attacked that bottle
Don't
like someone
touch
was
me.
gonna give him a medal for it.
On the hunt.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to die. Oh, no. Hold on a minute. Hey. Or you're next of kin with, at least. I don't have a sweetheart.
Don't bother. It's broken.
Fine, for you being such a catch.
progress? Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Something over there.
Watch your back.
Let's be quick.
Traps. How considerate. Don't mind if I do. A crooked touch.
Imagine the look on Molds' face.
If common sense can't sway them,
Well,
perhaps
liquid
publicity disaster.
Where's it all coming from? There was just one toad, then a chainsaw, and one for the road. Oh, it was great.
Just one gold piece. That's all I ask.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Yes.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form.
Anything you can spare for a humble beggar?
Beneath his ragged clothing, you catch a glimpse of rotten flesh, more than any living being could sustain. This man is a zombie.
That devil! Drink! I spent it all. Zombie? Oh no. A touch of scurvy, that's all. Nothing a basket of fruit really gives so much. My thanks to you.
I wish I'd something to give, but times are hard.
Best be on my way.
You're here. Does this mean you found my daughter? The flaming fist will have no clue. Useless twats! I'm not proud of my past, all right? Getting the occasional drink in the Blushing Mermaid is as for pulling a knife. Fine, I did. But they wouldn't let me look for Vanra, and I panicked, all right? How could she say... I feel like I'm losing my mind. Vanra is real, damn it! All I want for her is to be home and safe. Trust me, when you're older, you'll approve. Unless you have news of my daughter, I don't want to hear it! Not as for pulling a knife. Fine, I did. But... nothing. Why does this keep happening?
It's precisely in times of trouble that we need images of peace.
Time for discretion.
Mr. Needle doesn't even pay enough for the good food.
The hands are too big. Big then.
Trust me, when you're older, you'll appreciate breaks. And I sell more.
Bit cheery, isn't it? Don't you know there's a war on?
It's precisely in times of trouble that we need images of peace.
You're just making that up on the spot.
No one has anything to fear if everyone just does what they're told.